Francisca, let's start with this very interesting one on what's trending. Who gets money pass? That happens to be more like the caveat, that happens to be more like the hashtag on social media when Victor Osimhen visited P Square's mansion. Precisely, Peter of P Square, Victor Osimhen visited his mansion somewhere in Lagos, and it was all about to get money pass. There was a video trending of Victor Osimhen talking to Peter of P Square in his mansion, and people, Nigerians, instead of them to talk about, okay, these guys are just hooking up, who get money pass inside the two of them, should we be talking about this? But it feels great to note that Victor Osimhen identifies with these great entertainers.
Well, for me, I don't know who gets money pass, because both of them, they're actually rich in their different respective ways. Yes, of course, Victor Osimhen, a fantastic footballer, a playmaker that plays in Italy, Napoli. You know how much he banks, he takes to the bank at the end of the week, like at the end of the week, can I imagine at the end of the month? But then again, we don't also need to write off P Square, what's his name? The P Square brothers, yeah. That's Peter, whom he went to visit. You know? Peter too, he has his own money, has his own mansion. Recently, he acquired a new mansion, you know. There are a lot of, just like you said, it's not a case of, I don't know why Nigerians, I don't know why fans like to complicate issues.
But talking about who is like the bigger boy, let me put this out there. Victor Osimhen, as we speak, earns over 100 million every month. He earns over 100 million. 100 million every month. So can same be said of Peter of P Square? Yes, he's a musician, go for tour on a seldom basis, does well, sell records, streams online, YouTube subscription. Yes, he's making money from that
and area. Some endorsements
here and there, but making as much as 100 million monthly, man, you want to say Victor Osimhen,
but you know,
somehow when it comes to this conversation, you don't want to say,
but do you know,
Victor Osimhen
do you know whether Peter has other means of income in terms of businesses?
Peter has other investments.
He could be importer and exporter.
He has other investment that we know of. He has a lottery firm. He also has a couple of businesses. He's into estates, real estate. So, you understand? He owns a couple of houses in the US, also in the UK. So you want to say in his own right, he is also doing exceptionally well. And away from Peter, but we're still staying with the P Square family, rude boy of P Square, finally, Paul. This time we're talking about Paul. Paul also acquired a new house in the UK. Just after the election, he acquired a new house in the UK, and he decided to put it in some person's face. That after they scattered that place, they said in the election, we want a chop. We won't just say them, say, we don't get another new creep for UK.
Well, good for him. Congratulations to him. I've always said you don't have to shade if you do something good for yourself. Just, you know, put it out there. You don't need to start telling people, may you noticing that because of no, for me, it is actually not really necessary. Congratulations to you on acquiring your new apartment, not just here in Nigeria, in UK. Well, this is actually massive if you ask me. But however the case is, don't shade, I beg. It's the election has come and gone, and we have to live our normal life. Anyways, away from that, let's tell you another story still on What's Trending, where AY comedian has come out to say that it was because of 30,000 naira that caused the quarrel between him and Basket Mouth. You know, when I saw that story, was it on Monday over the weekend into, you know, this week, that's last week, you understand? So I was like, I never even knew that they had issues. But now, at some point, and I realized that, yes, that's true. I've not seen Basket Mouth in any of AY's shows or anything. Then my mind just went straight to, oh, really? They were actually fighting.
These guys have had issues for, I would say, over 15 years. AY, according to the interview he granted, said he was working with Basket Mouth, and sometimes during the weekend, Basket Mouth will have as much as 3 gigs, maybe 3 weddings to anchor. You understand, in a weekend. And what Basket Mouth does is that, okay, AY, go start the wedding for Ikeja for me. Let me go sort out this one. We'll just be there, then I'll come in maybe before the tail end of the wedding. They will still see me. He said that is what he does.
Okay.
So he come in, he do for AY, he don't come in. So he said he paid then was 30K. He said so there was, in a nutshell, there was this last one he went for. And after the wedding, he was expecting his 30K like 2, 3, 4 days after. And he was hungry. He said then he was staying in one single room somewhere in Mafoluku. And he said the money didn't come. So he had to reach out to Basket. I'm hungry. I needed money to sort out a few stuff. Basket now told him, that guy didn't pay you. They didn't pay. They complain of your performance, complain a few things, and they've not paid. You understand? He said, So he now reached out to the organizers because he had their contacts. And the organizers now said, whoa, we already sent the 100K to Basket Mouth even a week before the event to secure his services. So you go sort yourself out with Basket. He said, so when he decided to go back to Basket and send the same message the organizer sent to him was a text message that we've given Basket. He now forwarded the message to Basket Mouth. Basket Mouth now took offense that what we had in private, you've decided to take it publicly. He said that was just it. And he said day after he had done all he could to ensure that they reconciled. And Basket Mouth said he doesn't forgive individuals who betrays loyalty. Francisca, we still stay with Basket Mouth. Just in the course of the week, Basket Mouth also announced that he would be retiring from comedy in 5 years.
In 5 years. Wow. He's done well. You've said a whole lot of things about Basket Mouth. I know Basket Mouth when I was growing up. Very, very comical.
Yeah.
His comedy, there's no how you're not going to laugh. Yeah. But one thing I say is this. When you are leaving, live when the ovation is loud. And I feel it's going to be when the ovation is loudest for him. Yes. He said in the next 5 years. But then again, who would replace you? Were you able to train someone who is going to replace you in that, area? At least when we don't get to see Basket Mouth, we can say, okay, see Basket Mouth boy, all those kind of things. But honestly speaking, we don't know where he's venturing into. But whatever you're going to do.
I know. I know. I'm going to tell you. Okay. Basket Mouth is into series, is into TV production, is also into movie and as well as music production. So he said that he's focusing on that big time, that he wants to do that big time. Wow. You understand? Each and every one of us follow Flatmates. Yeah, he produces Flatmates. Yes. And he has a lot of Papa Benji. He also does that. That's comedy. That series is also doing exceptionally well on YouTube. He has a couple of songs. Not to forget, he released an album sometimes last year. A musical album with so many rap artists.
But honestly speaking, he has really done well. And when I look at him, I'll just look at back in those days when he actually started. And one thing I will have to say is this. People just need to be very consistent with what they are doing. There's no how. Yes, sometimes it might be, tough. It might not be easy. There might be challenges. There might be difficulties. But when you are consistent, and he has really been consistent, and that's the reason why all of this thing is, people will think that he gets it on a platter.
He works out for it.
But he has worked out for it. So I wish him the very best as he, ventures into his major, activity in the next 5 years. He actually said in the next 5 years. So we are waiting.
Francisca, I want to talk about Skills. Skills finally had his first child. After he publicly came out to apologize to the wife. They had issues. He came out to apologize. And in the course of the week, the wife put to bed. So Skills is a father, and we are happy for him. Not to forget that there were issues of infidelity, issues of you are doing this, you are not doing that, you are doing this, you are not doing that. And he came out to apologize to his wife. And just a couple of days later, the lady put to bed, and Skills is the father. Well,
congratulations to you, Skills, at least for, that wonderful baby. We have to keep celebrating, especially when things like this happen. So wish you all the best. And we also wish that God provides you the money that you will need to train up this child as well. Then finally, what is trending? This is actually not a very good news.
On a sober note?
Yes, on a sober note. On a sober note. Actor Yor Adochie, for those who know him, lost his son, his first son, 16-year-old first son, just 2 months, barely 2 months after the son's birthday celebration. This is quite, sad, so sad.
Painful to be candid.
So sad.
Yes, painful to be candid. The entertainment entertainment industry, you would say, mourned after the story broke that the young man is no more. This happens to be a young guy cherished so much. If you could see the level of resemblance, and he has always talked about the boy, the brain, that what he hopes he becomes in future. I like your for the fact that he stands by his words. He's not easily swayed. He doesn't walk. He doesn't walk with the crowd. He holds his own opinion and he stands by it. We say, may God grant a family the fortitude to bear the loss. Is a painful word.
It is.
Losing your son, your first son for that matter, and not to forget your controversy of polygamy around him for over. That story is unending. I'm married to wife, and you guys should just let him be. For the fact that he's bereaved, he's mourning at this time, we extend our condolence and we pray that God's grant them the fortitude to bear the loss. And it's time to do a break to serve you a song for the week as well as a quotable quote. Something very interesting coming for the quotable quote for the week. You don't want to miss that. And also a song for the week. Most of you definitely are expecting a Nigerian song. No, we're taking you straight to the US where Case is serving us. Missing You. Enjoy.